Hey, it's your boy Debo D with Just Ended Garage. Today we are going to install the auto start stop override on a 2026 GMC Sierra. Let's get it done. It's not a huge harness. Essentially what this does, this will go in between your auto start stop button and the plug itself. And then all it does is remember what function you had it on. So if you had auto stop turned on, it will remember that it's on every single time. If you have auto stop turned off, every time you start up the vehicle, it just remembers that preset. So, I mean, you can always reach over and push the button on it. However, this makes things a little bit easier. Now, even though the harness itself, it's not hard to install, it's the time it takes to rip the dash apart on the Sierras, the Silverados, and I'm going to walk you through it because there is some things that you will need to do in order to pull this apart. So I'll walk you through the step-by-step process and we'll get it installed. So every good project starts with a bad idea, and this really isn't too bad. It's just essentially removing this entire dash. So I'll walk you through the steps on this, pulling panels out, what bolts you actually need to do in order to release this, and we'll get rolling on easy stuff first. So on this side here, you got to pop out the, and again, I'm doing this one-handed, so you just got to bear with me. You got to pop off this corner panel. It's actually a fuse holder location. Give me a second with that. And then it's going to be, these are all 7 mils. I'm going to start by releasing this screw. So you're going to remove this screw, this screw, this screw on the passenger side. Those 2 screws release this panel. So you need to pop that down. And you need it because the panel itself, we're actually end up taking this entire strip off. And you need to get this corner piece off first in order to do so. Make it easy, don't worry about all of that. Pop the upper glove box here, so again you have more room behind here. And then we're gonna quick move over to the driver. Then you're gonna pop off this cover. There's gonna be another 7mm bolt underneath here, and then we're gonna pull the bottom section of the dash off. So this entire bottom section here is going to pop out now. So you just grab it from one end, you're going to walk around, and you'll see the clips that start to pull from here. You're going to pop all that down and all the way back, all right? You're going to pull this panel off to access 2 screws here. So on the driver's side, again, this is a fuse panel location. All you're going to do is get up behind it, pop it off. There's exactly 1 screw here. We're going to need this in order to get this bottom section off. On the top compartment here, you're going to remove this little rubber seal. So you just get something thin in here that you can kind of pry up on it. In there, you're going to see another 2 7mm. Now you may think that's done. There's 2 other ones that are hidden. Let me show you that real quick. So let's get this one out. This one on the spin and out. Down here in the lower corner, there's one right here. There's also one on the opposite side. So both of those have to come out as well. Right, once you have that out, this is again on snap clips. Just be careful, you're gonna pop this out. You're gonna follow it all the way around. Let me get over to the driver's side. With the trim piece down, you can start seeing some of the access points to this. Now you're going to take off this 7mm on this side. And the only reason that you have to start taking this apart is because this is sandwiched together. This upper screen piece that pops out is actually sandwiched in with bolts for the HVAC controls. So literally, again, take the 7mm off on this. start releasing some of the tabs in here. And again, it's one-handed, so you got to be careful. Let me try to do this 1 second here. You see the push tabs all the way across. And again, it's tough doing it one-handed, but just be careful with it and pull. They will give up. Once you have all the bottom cladding down, the next part is going to be the section over the speedometer. Now, you don't have to take this out. This is all we're trying to do is snap this forward. There is one hidden bolt behind here that you do need to get to. So I think we're all together. Oh, nope, I fib. There's 1 7mm that you have to get out of here first, and then everything pops forward. So let's get that one done. I'm here. I'm actually going to pull the rest of these anyway. They all have to come out. There's one down here. One down here. That's for your HVAC controls. The 3 across the top, and the one that we just took out. So I'm going to do that now. With those released, I'm going to pull this upper section. I'm going to show you where the hidden bolt is behind here. Because they all interlock, once you have this pulled, you'll see where that other bolt was. It's right... trying. Right there. You're going to pull that 7mm, and then the screen itself should start being extremely loose, okay? And again, they're all kind of sandwiched in with each other. So once you have those out, we're going to start trying to pull the bottom. You'll see the clips come out. So the bottom of the HVAC. And the reason, right, so the back of the HVAC has the 3 clips here, and then of course you're just going to pull forward. This is going to sit down. You can see we're starting to make some headway here, okay? And then of course this is all popped in. You just want to make sure that you have all the screws off, everything's done at the top, and you have this one here done at the bottom. If you think you missed one, just double check everything. It's not going to hurt for you to take a couple minutes just to make sure you didn't miss any of the screws. However, if you're at this part already, you got all the screws that are required in order to slide this out. All right, so with the quick pull that pops out, you'll see the clips underneath. Again, you got to be very careful here, okay? And I'll show you the switches that we're going for. All right, I'm going to show you my best here, so I hope the camera picks it up. So we're going to back this out, all right? What we're looking for is the auto start stop switch. You're gonna pop this out. This is the plug that you're looking for. Let me see if I can move you over. All right, this is the plug that you're looking for, okay? You're gonna take your jumper harness. You're gonna plug your piggyback into here. It should clip in place, okay? And then you're going to take these two, and again, I'm trying to do this one-handed, so I'm gonna have it sit on the knee. I'm gonna take the clips, pop it together, it'll snap together, okay? And then again, this is the chip that's going to remember whether you had it auto start on or off, okay? Now you can try to tuck these wires back. There's normally enough room. You can see where they're not going to get pinched and put back. And then everything's on snap clips here, so you just want to guide this screen back in. Make sure you're lined up and push in. Now at this point then you're going to put all your screws back, okay? Now this is the best time that I can tell you to check your work. And the easiest thing I can show you to check your work is to actually start the vehicle, then make sure that your auto start stop is functioning. And all that means is that it's lit up and it's remembering whether you're on or off. So that's a good thing to do. All right, so I'm gonna show you real quick here. So I just started the truck and I did turn. You'll see it'll say auto stop on. You're gonna do auto stop off, okay? So the way that this is designed, now if I were to turn off the vehicle normally and start it back up, auto start stop's gonna be on by default. What it does, let me turn this off real quick. All right, what it does is it's now remembering the location or the switch settings that you had on. So now when I go to start this up, you'll see it lit up real quick and turned itself off. it tells you auto stop is off. So now you don't have to do this every single time you start your vehicle. And that's the easy. All right, so I have this running real quick. Again, the HVAC snaps in underneath this, and then the upper section on the driver's side clips back in. Now all you're going to do now at this point is just put the 7mm back into everything. So anyway, it's completed. I wanted to show the walk-up animation on this with the fog lights that I installed. If you want to check that video out, it's on the channel. But other than that, you're going to end up putting the truck back together in the same order that you watched me remove it. And then it looks completely stock. Nobody knows that you're in there. And it doesn't affect anything as far as warranty. And you can remove it if you decide that you don't want it anymore. So again, I want to thank everybody who watched the video. If this helped you, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Every like, every share, it helps. It's a small YouTube channel and I'm trying to grow it. So thanks for joining me. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.